You're listening to Mind, Body, Home with your host, Sara Ann. In my last episode, I introduced you to a few concepts in my new book, Room for Home, A Woman's Guide to Work-Life Balance, beginning with your space. You all have been so sweet and kind and sending me your congratulations and pouring praise all over me. I'll take it. I'm completely swept away by your comments. Thank you so much. And if you haven't picked up the book yet, what are you waiting for? Links to purchase are in today's show notes. The book is available, the hardcover is available on my website, jadescottdesign.com, and there is a paperback and Kindle version available on Amazon. You are in for a treat today. I'm going to expand on the book a little bit more by reading you an excerpt of one of the chapters. If you missed my last episode, go back and take a listen. I talked about why chasing work-life balance is not working for you and why alignment is the better pathway. And you might be thinking, hello, A Woman's Guide to Work-Life Balance is in the title. And I say to you, yes, that is just the hook, because that is what everyone thinks they want. But chasing balance is just chasing more rigid structure and time stamping your life. Alignment allows us more ease and flow and movement. In the last episode, I shared that I visualize alignment as a curved line, one that allows for a gentler, slower, a winding path, right? Rather than this straight, rigid destination to balance. So go back and take a listen to that episode. I think it will help provide you with a very different perspective on work-life balance. Today, I'm going to expand on one of the chapters towards the end of the book. And I'm going to actually read it to you here aloud. That way you can get a little taste of what to expect and get a feel for how short the chapters are and how easily it is to integrate some of these practices. Now, this chapter focuses on the seasons and how to honor the one we are in collectively. So we're entering fall, right? But also the season that you are in personally. When I first started working with the 5 elements, I thought for sure I was a water element. And, remember, we have access to all of them. They are all within us, but we are dominated by one or two of them primarily. However, after really studying the elements and getting to know them and how they've showed up in my life over many years, I'm actually a really strong wood element. But I was in a season of water at that time of my life. So it just goes to show that we flow in and out of seasons, right? And sometimes they can feel unbearable, right? You might be in a season that feels like you're never going to get out of it, but you can and you will. You are meant to ebb and flow just like the seasons change, right? The seasons change and we do too. So let's check out this chapter of my book, Room for Home. It's chapter 8, titled Living in Harmony, Honoring the Season You're In. Resetting your rhythms is one thing. Learning to trust their natural rise and fall is the next. Hopefully by now, you've likely started to feel the momentum of small shifts. You've cleared some energy leaks, made small adjustments to your routines, and started returning to yourself in simple, supportive ways. But if you've ever wondered why one week you feel energized and ready to make changes, and the next week you're struggling to stay motivated or follow through, you're not alone. It's not that you don't care or that you lack discipline. Most women I know and work with care deeply. But our energy changes. Our needs shift. And the version of balance we've been taught to aim for, steady energy, consistent output, perfect follow-through, isn't actually how life works. This chapter is your invitation to stop questioning those shifts and start honoring them. Feeling off balance isn't a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign something's out of sync. It's a clue that your energy, your expectations, or your environment might not be aligned with the season of life you're in right now. Instead of trying to force balance through more effort or control, what if you use that feeling as an invitation to pause and realign? Not perfectly or all at once, but with small adjustments that meet you where you are and help you move in the direction you want to go. The myth of constant balance. We've been taught to think of balance as something stable and consistent: a tidy schedule, a clean house, a calm, even mood, the same level of energy and productivity every single day. That version of balance might sound good in theory, but in practice, it leaves most women feeling like they're constantly falling short. It creates pressure to perform rather than permission to respond. And it ignores one important truth. We're not meant to be steady and predictable. We're meant to ebb and flow. Your body shifts, your emotions shift, the seasons shift. Life itself is made of cycles. And trying to stay on all the time, trying to push through day after day, leaves us burnt out, disconnected, and exhausted. Real balance isn't static, it's responsive. It's knowing when to push and when to pause, when to expand and when to soften, when to speak up and when to go inward. And when you stop expecting yourself to be at full speed all the time, you open up space for something much more powerful: alignment. The kind that lets you ebb and flow without guilt, just like nature intended. A seasonal lens for everyday life. Nature doesn't bloom before it's ready or cling when it's time to let go. It simply responds to light, to temperature, to time, by trusting the rhythm of change. And whether you realize it or not, you're built to do the same. Start noticing how your needs shift with the seasons. In the winter months, you might crave stillness, warmth, and deeper rest. In the spring, you may feel a pull toward clarity, movement, and fresh starts. In the summer, energy often becomes more outward, bringing celebration, connection, and self-expression. In fall, there's often a quiet call to release, simplify, and prepare for what's next. Your home can move with these rhythms too. In spring, crack the windows, clear out what's stale, and let fresh air and light move through your space. In summer, bring in fresh cut flowers, playful color, or rearrange your space to make room for connection. In fall, soften the lighting, add texture, and carve out cozy corners for reflection. In winter, layer in comfort, blankets, candles, and quiet sacred spaces that help you rest and reset. Let your home shift with you. Let it reflect the season you're in, not just outside, but within. Decorating with the seasons isn't just about aesthetics. It's a form of emotional support, a therapeutic practice that reminds your nervous system that change is safe. When you adjust your surroundings to match what you're feeling or needing, it reinforces that your home is working with you, not asking more from you. These changes don't have to be dramatic. No renovation or expensive decorating is required. A few intentional shifts can go a long way. This is the heart of what I call intuitive interiors, letting your home become a living, breathing reflection of your inner world and reconnecting with its natural instinct to evolve in ways that support and nourish everyone who lives there. A light touch of elemental wisdom. In my signature program, Mind Body Home Alignment, we explore how the natural cycles of life are echoed in the 5 elements: water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. These elements aren't just abstract concepts or seasonal metaphors. They're archetypes that live within each of us. Like zodiac signs, enneagram types, or human design profiles, the 5 elements reflect how we move through the world, where we thrive, where we get stuck, and what brings us back into balance. Each one carries its own strengths and shadows, and each offers valuable insight into who we are and how we're designed to grow. Water is the mystic, quiet, intuitive, and introspective. She craves deep rest, solitude, and soulful connection. She feels deeply and needs time to restore. Wood is the visionary, decisive, driven, and ready to grow. She's full of ideas, goals, and ambition, but needs healthy boundaries to avoid having too much on her plate. Fire is the radiant one, expressive, social, and passionate. She lights up rooms and relationships, but needs to stay grounded so she doesn't burn out. Earth is the nurturer, warm, supportive, and steady. She creates comfort and care for everyone, but must remember to nourish herself too. Metal is the refiner, precise, thoughtful, and discerning. She honors simplicity and ritual, but can get stuck in perfectionism or rigidity. Most of us carry a blend of these energies. Some may come naturally, while others feel unfamiliar or uncomfortable. That's why this framework is so powerful. It helps you understand yourself without judgment, and it offers insight into what you may be craving, resisting, or ready to release. You don't need to study this deeply to begin shifting your awareness. Just ask yourself, what season of life am I in right now? What element feels natural to me, and which one feels like it's missing? Could I embody more fire to reconnect with joy? Could I call on metal to clear what's no longer serving me? Could I rest like water, act like wood, or ground like earth? Maybe you're in a water season of introspection, but life is asking for more visibility. Or maybe you've been living in a constant wood pace, and your body is calling for earth-like stability. Whatever it is, let this be your invitation to explore. Over time, as your seasons shift, your alignment continues to deepen. You are nature. This isn't just poetic language, it's how you're wired. You're not separate from nature, you are nature. Your energy moves with the moon, your emotions ebb and flow like the tides. Your body responds to light, beauty, temperature, and sound. Nature doesn't rush its return, and neither should you. You're built to fall quiet, to gather strength in stillness, and to bloom when the timing aligns. When you stop resisting those rhythms, everything softens. You stop pushing when you begin listening. You create space for your needs to change, for your energy to rise and fall, for your body to speak and be heard. There's no perfect version of you waiting at the end of all of this. No final destination to prove you've made it. There's only the present version of you asking to be honored. And she is more than enough. Powerful, huh? You are nature, right? That's the biggest message and takeaway from that chapter. You're meant to flow with the life that you want. But if we're chasing balance, busying ourselves with to-do lists and endless tasks, distracting ourselves with our phones, the news and social media, we miss every opportunity to align with that life. Room for Home is a great first step to reclaiming your time and your energy. The practices in the book will help you deepen your alignment journey. In the meantime, get your copy of Room for Home, okay? If you've read it, your review could be the one that helps another woman feel like she has some hope, okay? We are all maxed out. We are all overwhelmed, but we are also all in this together, especially us women, okay? Let's support one another. And until next time, so much love and gratitude.